As we prepared to charge ourselves at the host, he let out a loud, thunderous roar. He prepared to summon a large psion force field all around us. Everyone from outside watched in amazement. Finally, the battle began. I started to think of ways to attack the host from other angles, such as his limbs or his head. So I tried to replicate what I did before by holding out my hand and trying to concentrate the same energy as before. Surely enough, my hand erupted. However, it stayed in place. Wait, what's going on?
You need to include a secondary attack. Thankfully, I'm a witch.
Chloe rubbed her hands together slowly, forming a small wick that floated in the palm of her hands. She passed it to my erupted hand, and it kicked back towards the host. It successfully hit him, making him stagger back a bit before reacting by slashing at me. Shit!
Careful. Be sure to dodge at the right moment.
Gotcha. Now we gotta think of another strategy. Chloe thought of the exact same thing. Chloe grabbed me by my hands and spun me around. Once we were going fast enough, she launched me at the host. I smashed into him and kicked him, causing me to recoil back to the spot I was in, right next to Chloe. The host lifted up his tail and attempted to stab Chloe. However, she dodged it just in time. Once the host stepped back, his eyes on his biomechanical torso started to roll back into his head and glowed a faint cyan, not the same as the borders, but a much darker one with black particles around it. I held out both of my hands and concentrated on trying to make my hands erupt again to try and make a similar attack as the first attempt. However, they barely shifted. I canceled out the attack and thought of something else. Then Chloe threw a small piece of bread. I was a bit confused, but once I took a quick bite of it, I was somehow instantly able to throw an attack at the host. But before I did, the host started to laugh.
All hope ends here.
We'll just see. Both of my hands erupted, just as he launched a laser attack from the dark cyan eye on his torso. The laser was large and aimed at both me and Chloe. As my hand erupted, the telekinetic energy pushed out at the attack. However, it wasn't enough to stop it. Me and Chloe fell to our knees. The attack was unbearable. Ow! That should have stopped your lame-ass attack.
Maybe in the next life, learn to attack quicker.
Both of his voices laughed in an awful unison. I tried to get up or something, but my body was too weak. Chloe looked exhausted and hurt, and I felt pity for her. I tried to reach out to hold her hand, because if we were gonna die, might as well die together. Chloe, I know we haven't been together much, but I want you to know that... Chloe looked at me, and I looked at her. Our eyes met together, filled with pain yet determination. Suddenly, in the corner of our eyes, something was approaching the borders quickly. We both pulled away as quickly as possible.
What?
Suddenly, the host got cut off by the borders shattering and a large locomotive ramming into him.
Get fucked!
Pilot got out and splashed us with the lukewarm water. And suddenly, we began to stand up. Whoa!
Thanks, stranger. Don't know how you got here and who you are, but you're a big help.
Pilot got out and revealed himself. He appeared to be a young man around my age, wielding a large purple musical keyboard. He had on a blue sergeant-type military uniform with a red ribbon tied to his throat, some sort of scarf or bandana or something. He had on a gray fedora with black curly hair.
Glad I came in time, Your Majesties. My name's Austin, and I came just in time before the host absolutely destroyed you two.
Say that first part again?
Glad I came in time.
After that.
Your Majesties.
First off, duck! Another laser was about to shoot at us. Thankfully, we all ducked for cover just in time, as it nearly hit us. We got up and stood together. The host looked at all of us, seemingly upset.
3 against 2?
Sounds a bit unfair, wouldn't you say?
Nah, I think that's plenty fair.
Going back to what I was about to ask, what's with the name Majesties?
You two remind me of a long-forgotten prophecy. The king and queen who take down all evil force, who threatens not only our world, but your marriage, and the host happens to be a pawn in his little game.
Good eye, Star! What are you gonna do about it, though? It's 3 versus a literal god!
Simple. We will.
He prepared his keyboard, and a small purple beam of energy appeared. And once he played a melody, the beam shot towards the host. The melody repeated once it made impact with him, sounding like a techno-rock type melody.
Oh, now that's a kick-ass way to play music.
Thanks. I had a modified by a friend of mine.
Either way, we gotta one-shot this fucker in order to make sure he's dealt with. He's gonna regret ever trying to kill us. We all nodded and got ready to strike again. I erupted my hand and aimed it at the host. Austin played a melody that somehow amplified my arm to push out a larger wave of energy. And Chloe casted a fire spell and threw it at my hand. The fire spell was launched straight at the host and at rapid fire speed, causing double the damage as before. But then he froze.
Why? Why has this happened to me, my lord? My lord.
My lord.
The darkness embodiment, please hear my pleads. I beg you, I cannot fail you. Please don't discard me.
Suddenly, the force field broke apart, and the host's head fell to the ground. Then his entire body broke open to reveal a glowing silver stone.
The silver stone.
The what?
There are 5 silver stones that allow a party of 5 to become more than what they seek themselves to be. The prophecy is true. You two are the heroes.
That's absolutely funny. You're joking, right?
If I was joking, then how do you explain the little stone and the involvement of a Dark Lord?
He's got a point, but are we really the hero types?
If you can do more good than how people set you out to be, then yes.
Suddenly, Lila began to move away from us after getting enough strength to move. Chloe and I spotted her and were about to start chasing her, until she suddenly started floating in the air. It looked as if she was being choked by an unknown force of energy. Lila! I ran over to her, but I was stopped by Austin.
No! Don't do it! That thing that's choking her is too powerful!
Good eye, Austin. I would stay back if I were you. Or Lila will get dragged to hell.
I broke out of Austin's grasp as Lila was turned around. A tall and horrifying figure with a comedic yet horrifying smile mask that was attached to him via large red veins that pulsated constantly before us. Who are you?
Andy, step away from him slowly. This is someone you don't want to mess with.
This is the Smile Enigma, an entity embodiment of pure and raw evil. You gotta back away while you can.
But I didn't back away. I stood my ground. I know Lila wasn't the greatest, far from it. But if Chloe could change, then so could Lila. I wasn't gonna back down, not like this.
Andy, please help me.
Go on, save her.
Coward! Fight me like a real man, you clown! Smile threw down Lila, to which she crawled weakly over to me and Austin. Austin stood next to me and pulled out his keyboard. Chloe, despite having malice for Lila, helped her stand up.
And you have the audacity to date my daughter!
I turned to Chloe in surprise, where she just rolled her eyes and looked away. I looked at Austin, but he wasn't that surprised. He must have known from looking at older legends or whatever was available. Even if she's your daughter, I'll still love her. Can't change how we feel, bastard.
Sure. I see. Then prepare thyself.
I held up my hand and erupted a telekinetic wave, while Austin played a melody to boost up the initial blow. Smile just stood there, which seemed a bit odd for me at first. And then, before I launched the attack, his arm also erupted and pushed back the energy tenfold.
Shit! Cheater!
No. Their game is all. Now step aside, son of Catherine.
You also knew my mom.
Indeed. Mother she was. Before I stopped her feeble attempts at what you attempt to do now, stopping me. But your attempts are far more pathetic than hers.
I grew angrier by the second, and out of nowhere, as I held up my hand again, a large sword came out and stabbed him in the eye. He did not yell, but he did step back.
You've got guts that you poorly arranged inside of you. But I do suggest you give me that silver stone. If you refuse, I'll put you through a fate worse than death or hell!
Fuck off. Don't know why you want it so badly. Within seconds, he dashed past me and nearly made it to Chloe. But suddenly he stopped. I couldn't tell what was going on, but their eyes looked as if they were communicating. Suddenly, Smile vaporized and Chloe smirked.
My dad's all talk. He likes to pick on the weak.
Austin picked up the silver stone and gazed in its beauty. Me, Lila, and Chloe took a look at it as well and began to feel an essence grow around us. A call unlike any other, telling us to follow it.
Do you guys hear that? I thought that was my stomach.
And because Chloe said that, we all became hungry. We looked at each other, and then at the Italian restaurant across the street. We all nodded in unison, already agreeing on where to go.
So, Your Highness, am I allowed to assist you as the role of sergeant?
You know what? Because you helped not only me, but my girlfriend and ex, I'll allow it. Austin smiled with pride, but then turned to Lila. My gaze turned to her as well, seeing her upset and guilty. But like I had believed before, I believed she could change if she just had the training and self-discipline as all of us. So I approached her and put a hand on her shoulder.
It's okay. I deserve this. I hurt you, and I'm terribly sorry for taking advantage of you.
And I forgive you. She looked at me with surprise in her eyes, and then they began to tear up. Chloe thought this was stupid, but could see what I was trying to do. I was trying to help another soul that was just as broken as her.
If she's coming along, she better help out.
I nodded in agreement, and together, we all went across the street. However, something inside me was saying that despite managing to make it out alive, our travels would worsen each second, as if we were being watched. Dear Tabitha, may your spirit be bright and filled with warmth. I have exciting news. I'm going to save the world. I have a new girlfriend, Apila as a trusting knight by my side, and Lila is having a character arc of her own. However, despite this, I miss you the most. When will you get home? Where are you? I have so much to tell you once this adventure is over. I just want you to know that I'm alive, and I miss you. Love, Andy.